What's up, good people? And welcome to the Real Smiley G channel. This be your boy Smiley G, the Real Smiley G, and this is a beautiful, lovely day here on August 23rd, 2024. Today I'm doing my rankings of all the bosses in Streets of Rage 4. Now, this game is not difficult at all. Now, you might have some little cheat moments. Don't get me wrong. You might have some cheating moments, but the game is not difficult. They just do a lot of little cheating stuff, and that's all that really is. Nothing difficult about the game. But in my opinion, we're gonna give who I think is the toughest bosses as well as the sorriest bosses of this game. But before I get to this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of all upcoming events, as well as share this video with others so it can be spread to more people. And if you're feeling generous and want to help the channel grow, please donate via Cash App to Smiley G 2006 212212. And please comment in the comments section, and I will reply to all your comments at my earliest convenience, as well as to all the smoke, because I do want all the smoke. But with that being said, let's get into this thing. Now, Streets of Rage 4 came out in April of 2020, I want to say. The fourth installment of the Streets of Rage saga. And in my opinion, the easiest game of all the Streets of Rage. But in my opinion, this is not really a hard game to play at all. In my opinion, this is very easy. According to all the rest of them, at least. This is, to me, by far the easiest one out of all the rest of them. Maybe Streets of Rage 2 second, but let's get into the rankings of all 12 bosses of this game. Number 12, Nora. Now, Nora, in my opinion, is the sorriest boss of the game. The easiest boss of the game, I should say. And she only has two moves, Whiplash and Whip Combo. And which both of them, if she hits Garcia, will get him super armor where you cannot knock them down unless you grab them. But the only thing to make this difficult fight if they are together. But if you manage to separate the Gauzios from Nora, as well as not let her hit them so they can become super Gauzios, then this should be a pretty easy fight. In my opinion, this is by far the easiest fight of the game. And she, to me, is really not a challenge at all, because she can hit more. She should be hitting her opponents more than she be hitting you. That's how easy this battle is. And that's why I think that Nora is the easiest part of this game. She's the easiest boss of this game. Let's go on to the next one. Number 11, Diva. Now, Diva is, to me, the second easiest boss of this game. She has 4 moves: double kick, snake bite, snake shockwave, and a grand shockwave, which she used once every battle, once you knock her health down to halfway full. She's more just like the same as Nora. She's just irritating fight because the people around her, which makes it more difficult than she actually is. The people around her is used to be a distraction so she can get you. But she's pretty straightforward. All you do is, when she get ready to use her moves, get out the way of it. Or you can use your defensive special move when she get ready to use a shockwave to hit the ground. That should avoid auto attack. And then you just attack her and get your energy back once you use it. But I said, she's not that hard at all. It's not hard. Pretty easy. To me, I just think Nora is a little bit easier in my opinion, but Diva is not that far away. So she's number 11, y'all. Let's go to the next one. Number 10, Estelle, fight number 2. Now, Estelle, fight number 2, I think is a little bit easier than Estelle, fight number 1. And I'll tell you why when I describe Estelle, fight number 1. But her 4 moves are elbow strike, quick flip kick, flying spin kick, excuse me. And this move takes quite a bit of damage if you don't move out the way of it or counter it. And flip kick combo, which is the move she does, where she do a combo. She also throw out bombs during this stage. And but you can easily dodge those. The easy dodge, you just pay attention to them. She also has the commissioner with her. And the 2 commissioners are not that difficult, but because they don't have super armor. By them not having super armor, you can really easily knock them out of the air and stop them from doing whatever they're trying to do. She also has a Murphy variant with the red suits. That armor is a little bit more tougher to break, but they're still not that much of a damage. They're still not that difficult. I think she's a little bit harder than Nora and Diva, and I think this is her place, rightful place. But this is all pretty much I have for her. Let's get to the next one. Number 9, Commissioner Gordon. Now, how you hit this desk right here and making it noise, you'll think that he's real bad. And if you face him for the first time, he is kind of tough. This probably, in my opinion, the tougher ones out of the other ones. But it's not invincible. He has super armor, which kind of can make the fight a little tougher. His moves is quick uppercut, overhead slam, charge grab, flying lunge grab. And once his health goes a little bit under halfway, he gets invincible flying lunge grab, a triple overhead slam, and a double flying lunge grab. Now he has a variant on harder levels. He has a variant to help him make this a little bit tougher. And he has that irritating Barney, who be cheating as well. This Joker can cheat if you don't pay attention to him. I'm telling you that right now. He's a cheating Joker. He make a lot of noise when he's trying to catch you and grab your stuff. Doing all that noise, but he's just not invincible. He can be beat. Just counter. Watch out for his movement. You have to get used to his movement. But once you get that, he's not that difficult. Barney, I said he's a distraction. Just get rid of Barney. Because you don't get rid of Barney, Barney will cheat. But that's pretty much I have with this. Let's go and get to the next one. Number 8, Estelle, fight 1. Now, like I said in Estelle fight 2 part of this video, I think this fight is a little bit difficult. And the only reason why I said it is because once you get her health down to about 85%, she calls for backup, where missiles are starting shooting. And those missiles are a big distraction when you're trying to fight Estelle. Especially if Estelle managed to accidentally hit you, or one of her minions managed to hit you. That missile could come out of nowhere and it boosts the damage. And that missile will take quite a bit of damage if you're not paying attention. So, in my opinion, this fight is a little bit difficult than the second fight with Estelle, because the missiles are a pain in the ass if you don't pay attention to them. And they be cheating with the missile. Her 4 moves are basically the same as the second one: elbow strike, quick flip kick, flying spin kick, and flip kick combo. She doesn't have the bombs like she does in the second one. But like I said, those missiles that's just shot out by when she calls it back up for the police officers, makes this fight very distracting, and could be a little bit of a problem if you're not well rehearsed with this fight. This is not bad, but this one could be a little bit more problematic with those missiles shooting while you're trying to fight. I try to pick between her and Commissioner. I think she might be a little bit tougher than Commissioner. So that's about it for her. Number 7, DJ Kawashiki. Now, DJ Kawashiki, to me, by himself, is probably the most gorgeous boss on this game. But because he's one of the bosses where the minions around him is the distraction, this would make this fight a little bit tougher. And plus, on the harder levels, I think he's a little bit more tougher because they add in a little bit more minions around him, in which you have a variant that can be a distraction to make it worse. But his moves is Green Wave, Blue Bolt, Red Bolt. And once he's beating it down a bit, he starts to do Yellow Wave as well as a Red Mega Volt. Now, I said DJ Kawashiki to me probably is the sorriest Joker on this game by himself. But he has minions around him, and then as the level goes up, I think he becomes more difficult as the level go up than other bosses. If you got other people distracting, he will punish you. So this is the only key to him. He's just one of those jokers that the minions around him distract you from paying attention to him, and then he'll come out of nowhere with this attack and try to catch you slacking. But all I can tell you is make sure that you pay attention to his movement. Move up and down frequently. Get all those distractions out the way as fast as possible if you can. And don't let DJ Kawashiki embarrass you with his moves. With that being said, I think that's about it. I put him around this rank. This could be questionable, but I think this is about a fair placement for him in this stage. But let's get on to the next one. Number 6, Shiva. Now I think that Dotemu and Sega kind of did Shiva bad in this game. And I was Shiva, I would sue the shit out of both of them for disrespecting me like this, because he is nerfed and is watered down way more than in the previous game before this one. But he's still a little bit of a challenge if you're not rehearsed of the fight. His moves: palm strike, flaming circular kick, flying circular kick, Kimpo combo, and once you get his health around 70%, he does spirit dance, which is probably the most challenging part of this fight. As well, if you get to a higher level, you start getting those sumo wrestling like dudes, which can be a problem if you're not paying attention. So I think this is a fair replacement, especially when you go up in the level and it makes it a little bit more tougher. But I think he's very watered down in this fight, which is to me disrespectful to Shiva. And he should go somewhere and get some money for suing the out of Timo and Sega for disrespecting him like this, because he is probably one of the toughest bosses in the whole game previous to this one. And they said, fuck Shiva. We don't like Shiva, so we're just going to disrespect the shit out of him out of this one. And that's what they did. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Let's get to the next one. Because this Joker, they disrespect the shit out of him. But let's get to the next one. Number 5, Bayo and Riha. Now, as you can see, these characters was made and created based off of Beyonce and Rihanna. But they are Diva variants, and they pretty much do the same thing that Diva does outside of Riha does flame fire damage, and Bayo does acid damage. Now, Bayo is pretty manageable because acid, all it does is it lowers your HP as long as you are in it, the acid. But you can recover your HP if you manage to keep hitting items or opponent without being hit by an opponent. Now with Riha, I should say, she is pretty unique because she can put fire on the ground and you can't touch her if she stands in the fire, unless you use the special moves. And then let's say if she'd like to stay in the fire and use the flame, but she'd be a tough person to go against. And if you're on a tougher level with let's say Double Mania, where Diva is with them as well. This could be a pretty tough fight. So yes, I think this is the toughest boss fight out of all the ones I picked before. Yeah, but it's not gruesome. It's not that tough, but you have to work. And I think they tried to make this a pretty good thing, a pretty tough fight. And if you're not familiar with it, it can be pretty tough. But that's pretty much all I have for this. Let's get on to the next one. Number 4, Barbara. Now, opposite of Shiva, Barbara was known as one of the garbagest bosses of previous games, like in Street Rage 2. But I think Barbara must made a deal with the devil or something, because that Joker came back swinging at that job. Especially when he started feeling the power. And anybody know what I'm talking about, you would know that he started cheating. But his moves is blocked, 2-hit combo, high kick, spinning kick. And when his health is at 50%, he uses a super spinning kick, and he Joker really be started cheating with that one. And when he get to a harder level, he started having variants that he have with him to make the battle even charge, and each one of them has super armor. This is a very tough fight, especially if you don't not familiar with this game. I don't know why they decided to make Barbara this tough, but he is pretty tough. He's one of the tougher bosses of this game. And that Joker be cheating when he do that. That get over there when he start doing that, because that Joker be kicking his ass out. And when that Joker start swinging, you better start jumping, get to jumping and jumping, or doing the X or movement or whatever the hell you know to dodge the Joker. And dodge, he gonna serve you. That's all I got to tell you. That Joker is serving on this game. But eventually you get to it, you'll beat him. You'll beat him eventually. But that's pretty much what I have for Barbara, or should I say cheating. Number 3. Mr. Y. But he is not that difficult. But the thing about him, he's very irritating. He likes to move a lot. He doesn't stay stationary long. And this alone could get you. Especially on typical levels when he started having his variants with him, Mr. Whatever and Mr. What. But his moves are machine gun, dodge roll, cackle. And when he loses 50% of his health, then he starts upgrading to machine gun valley, rocket launcher, and carpet bomb. These can do quite a bit of damage. You let it hit you. But like I said, he is irritating. That laugh, him taunting you with his laugh, make you maybe get aggressive and do some stuff that might punish you. You get hit by that rocket launcher, you need to move out the way before you get hit by the rocket launcher, I should say. With that rocket launcher, that Joker be shooting that John. He is a Mr. X wannabe, but I don't think he's quite as tough as Mr. X. But Mr. X is pretty garbage himself. But I think Mr. X might be a little bit more tougher. But Mr. Y, he's irritating. He's not just tough, he's just irritating. He like to move a lot. Don't stay stationary. This can be frustrating to people, especially if you're a newcomer. But that's pretty much all I have. Let's get to the next one. Okay, my bad. Number 2, Max. Now, Max to me is probably the toughest boss in the game if you're referring to just one person. But he's the toughest in my opinion because he takes the more damage than any other boss in this game, as well as you can't knock him off his feet unless you use the star move, which can be tricky. And if you get too aggressive, he will make you pay. As well as when he starts flashing red and does that little stupid angry thing that Sega and Dotemu decided to make him do, he will grab you if you try to be too aggressive. So you have to be dodge away from him. when he started to do the forearm move that he's doing, you just got to stay away from him because he's going to go up and down. When he does the little wacha move, just try to stay away from him. And that's pretty much it. Number 1, Miss Y, Mr. Y, and Y Mecha Throne. Now, this is a 2-part fight, as I'm going to mention Miss Y as well as the duel between her and her twin brother, as well as the robot Mecha Y Throne. Now, Miss Y, I say, is kind of like her brother, irritating, not very difficult, but irritating. I think she might be a little more difficult than her brother, a little bit more irritating than her brother, but she's not impossible. Her moveset is quick stab, evasive jump, piercing grab, and stab flurry. Then, when she loses 50% of her health, she started doing new attacks like lightning dash and triple stab. And like I said, this fight is just irritating. It's not difficult, it's just irritating because she likes to dodge around and move a lot. It's hard to get her stationary so you can get some, easy, good damage. So this will make this frustrating. And then, like in a stage where you fighting, you hit the statues. One of the Murphy variants come out, and they're called Shadow. And basically, you got to destroy them. That's how you know you need some help. You have to fight them before you can get the help, because they're gonna try to stop you from getting there. Well, that's pretty much with that, with Miss Y and her moveset. Now, when let's get to this next part, what's coming up, you have to fight her and her brother together. Now, this is not that much difficult, as you got to worry about both of them instead of just one. They pretty much do the same moveset that they've been doing, but you don't have to get their energy down to lift 50%. They're basically going to be doing everything that they do when they lock their health down 50% at the beginning of the battle at the time. So just be mindful and watch out for their moves. Dodge out the way. And it's basically a frustrating fight. I think it's with both stages, as far as Miss Y as well as this stage, this may be the toughest fight of the game, because it's a combination of two boss fights, not one. So I guess you could say this might be the toughest of the game. As I said, Max I think is the toughest single boss, but by this being a combination of two fights instead of just one, I think that this one make this tougher. Now, when you get to this next stage here with the Mecha Y Throne, he's more a distractor. He's not really difficult. It's not really difficult itself. It's just a distractor. And if you're on the double mania level, you have to fight these two variants of. They got the big sword and like to do all that air throw. They can be distracted and make this very tough as well. But Y Mecha basically has three attacks: X slash, horizontal sweep, and triple slam. Once the max health reduced to 50%, they will become more aggressive and also use frenzied slams. But like I said, it's not that much difficult. It's not a tough fight at all. To me, like I said, this is a whole game. No fight is really that difficult. And once you get rid of one of the twins, the one that's not sitting on the throne, you get rid of him, then you just concentrate on the throne by itself. And once you get rid of him, or I should say this throne, this little machine called Y-Mecha. Once you get rid of that, that's pretty much it. But that's pretty much all I got to say. These are the top 12 bosses ranking from 1 to 12. Well, 12 to 1. I started from 12, and now this is, to me, I think it's the toughest fight of all of them. In conclusion, like I said, this game is not really that tough. And I think it's the easiest of all for Streets of Rage games. But at the same time, if you are new, you still might have some challenging battles. And in my opinion, these rankings are, to me, or what I think are the toughest when I ranked. From the 12th, which is the weakest, to the first, which is the toughest. And again, I like to tell you, just like and subscribe. If you like the video, share the video so it can be spread to more people, as well as comment in the comment section and tell me what y'all think. Tell me y'all rankings and what did I get wrong. And give me some smoke, because I do want all the smoke. But with that being said, peace to you brothers and sisters. I'm out.